Once upon a time, in a peaceful kingdom warmed by sunlight and the birdsong, a king and the queen longed for a child. At last, their wish was granted, and a daughter was born, her cheeks soft as rose petals and her eyes shining like the dawn. They named her Liora. To celebrate her birth, the king invited all the good forest fairies to a magnificent feast. There were 13 fairies in the realm, but the king had prepared only 12 golden plates, and so one fairy was left out. During the celebration, the 12 invited fairies stepped forward one by one, each gifting the princess a blessing. She shall be graceful, she shall be wise, she shall be kind-hearted, she shall be beautiful beyond compare. But just before the 12th fairy could offer her gift, the hall grew suddenly cold. A fierce wind blasted the doors open, and in swept the 13th fairy, forgotten and furious. So, she hissed, "You was not invited." "Very well, then hear my gift. On her 15th birthday, the princess shall prick her finger on a spindle and she will die." Gasps filled the room, but before anyone could speak, the 12th fairy stepped forward. "It cannot break the curse," she sighed softly, "but it can change it. The princess will not die. She will fall into a deep sleep for 100 years, until awakened by true love's touch." Shaken with fear, the king ordered every spinning wheel in the kingdom destroyed. Years passed. Liora grew into a bright, curious young woman, loved by all who knew her. But on the morning of her 15th birthday, she wandered through the castle and discovered a narrow spiral staircase she had never seen before. Up and up she climbed, until she reached a tiny tower room. Inside, an old woman sat spinning thread on a wooden spindle. "Would you like to try, my dear?" the woman asked kindly. Innocently, Liora reached out. The moment her finger touched the spindle, she collapsed into a deep, enchanted sleep. Instantly, the curse spread through the castle. The king, the queen, the guards, the cooks, even the birds perched on the windowsills all fell into slumber. Around the castle, a thick forest of thorny vines sprang up, twisting high and strong until the kingdom vanished from sight. And so the castle slept, forgotten by time. 100 years later, stories of a sleeping thorn princess became legend. Men brave souls tried to reach the castle, but the thorns kept them out. Until one day, a courageous young prince named Arion heard the tale. Something in the story stirred his heart. With determination, he journeyed to the forgotten forest. But instead of attacking him, the thorns gently parted, as if they had been waiting. Arion climbed the castle steps, passing rows of sleeping guards, and he at last reached the chamber where Liora lay. She was exactly as the legends described, peaceful, radiant, untouched by time. Quietly, he knelt beside her and he lifted her hand. He pressed a gentle kiss upon it and Liora stirred. Her eyes fluttered open. "Did you wake me?" she whispered. "It seemed you did," he replied, awestruck. At that very moment, the spell shattered across the entire castle. The king opened his eyes, the queen sat upright in surprise, and the cooks resumed stirring their pots as though only a moment had passed. Birds lifted their wings and they began to sing again. Liora and Prince Arion walked through the sunlit halls together, joy rippling behind them like warm laughter. Not long after, they were wed in a celebration that filled the kingdom with music, hope, and the new beginnings. And so the kingdom flourished once more. Princess Liora, who had once slept for 100 years, awoke not only to true love, but to a world made new. And as all good fairy tales end, they lived happily ever after.